Truthfully, ask most people what the dark web is, and you will hear some pretty wild things. Welcome back to another episode of Why It Works on What It Is. Today we will be addressing someone I think of as a voice of reason on the internet. Known for his extremely successful bare-bones commentary on creepypastas, deep web browsing, virus testing, exploitative content, and namely, video games. We will be deconstructing Mutahar and his channel, SomeOrdinaryGamers. Per my government-sanctioned standards, we will break this deconstruction down into the audio and visual design, personality, and overarching and underlying concepts, all in a gargantuan effort to explain why SomeOrdinaryGamers works. Beginning with the audio-visual, SomeOrdinaryGamers is a layman's channel. No fancy bells and whistles here. All we need is a screen recording and a lifetime, up-close, square video of Mutahar ranting, and we are satisfied. Truthfully though, the audio and visual design for this channel is straightforward. With nothing but a screen recording as a guiding visual, a few colored lights, and the glow of a computer screen, we are left with Mutahar and his opinions as the dominant focus of each video. And while there are occasional borderline clickbait-esque thumbnails, they're always backed up by corresponding content, unlike many of the channels Muta discusses. Occasionally, edits of text and zoom-ins are used to emphasize points or make jokes, but these design elements are certainly not why people choose to view and support the channel. Having uploaded over 1,700 videos, Muta has both started and ended many series during the channel's life. Let's plays, haunted gaming, creepypastas, deep web browsing, and virus investigations to name a few. And within all of this, there is a general through line of focus, which is Muta's personality. This works as the perfect transition into our analysis of it. I think Muta is rather reasonable. In fact, I'd argue that's why his opinions tend to resonate with so many. In a content climate where everyone is trying to carve out a niche that taps into some form of sensationalism, whether it be zany tech reviews, ego-driven gaming commentary, over-the-top spookmongering, Muta is himself. He's willing to talk about almost anything within the scope of the digital world in a clearly opinionated ranting tone that is ultimately incredibly reasonable. What I mean by this is that his content is rife with laughing outbursts and idiosyncrasies of speech.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. Ladies and gentlemen, I really care about what it is.
And body language, yet he still comes across as measured and generally quite wise. It's often said that Muta will take creators down a peg.
And one of my favorite sections on Twitch is the crackdown that I like to call the just chatting section.
Acting as a reality check for out-of-control personas who have drank the Kool-Aid of e-fame. Almost all of his content structure follows from the roots of his earlier ventures in haunted gaming and creepypasta reading, where he will first engage with or consume whatever media is of focus, and then analyze it through a means of jokes and rational point-making. And typically this mode of analysis is interspersed throughout the length of his video. In one half of this, we see his gaming or technical knowledge being flexed, and usually through his soothing baritone voice. Here, his background in penetration testing, video editing, and just general computer and deep internet knowledge tends to drive the content. The latter half is where we see the personality truly begin to shine. Muta is funny and a fantastic storyteller. Additionally, he is very in touch with the gamer/memer internet archetype.
An epic gamer moment.
It's present in much of his language and references seen here.
CIA, bro, chill out, man. Straight up assassinating my presidential boys because they ask about Ayla Mouse? That's fucked. I'm not going to talk about Ayla Mouse.
Not to mention his insomnia-driven, sleep-deprived look goes on to further epitomize aspects of the extremely online caricature. This is further validated by the fact that he and his community are just ordinary gamers, or online individuals, which is a point he emphasizes quite a bit in this video, saying,
you know, there was a lot of channels that I watched, I'm not going to name them specifically, that I completely was thrown off by. Like, it just put me away from the entire experience, because I was starting to watch channels where people got so egotistical with themselves. They started thinking themselves as like celebrities or something, and they started creating these cult-like mentalities which I didn't want to be a part of at all. There was a lot of people that went super professional into YouTube, right, where they turned literally like a Let's Play into a fucking goddamn TV show, and that threw me off. And I sat down there and I started reading a lot of comments. I'm like, these people feel the exact same way I do. So when I made Some Ordinary Gamers, I decided to make a channel for, Some Ordinary Gamers.
Overall, I'd venture to call his style of commentary educational entertainment, or at least amusing content that promotes rationality and reasoning, and sometimes even has a tone of teaching or paternity, hence the Papa Muta meme. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean all of his opinions are right, or he doesn't spend a good deal of time joking around and attacking the unreasonable content of the web, but at its core, I'd consider all, if not most of the opinions he espouses to be measured and thoughtful. Beyond this, I imagine much of his fanbase is fairly familiar with most of the knowledge he shares, but Muta acts as a concise and eloquent articulator for said information. More so, it's his style of unedited straightforwardness that has helped build a massive and consistent fanbase, willing to listen to him talk for 45 minutes on end, a feat most YouTubers cannot even get close to without barraging their viewers in edits and attention-hacking tricks. It takes truly potent, personality-based content to achieve such a thing, and speaks to his ability to hold an audience through live streams as well. Moving into our final section, I want to talk about two things: the dank web, and commentary. The dank web is an ongoing joke Muta references in his series Deep Web Browsing that I will extrapolate further as a representation of the genre of content Muta interacts with, which is internet oddities and things just a bit outside the realm of mainstream comprehension. So mainly looking at websites through Tor, engaging with 4chan memes, or downloading viruses onto virtual machines. These things are arguably pretty accessible with a few Google searches, but to the general public, they certainly are not at all. Truthfully, ask most people what the dark web is and you will hear some pretty wild things. Muta comes in as an embodiment of a generally competent online person, able to see through and rationalize the incredibly sensationalized internet mystery world. He channels a much-needed skeptic current when it comes to the many myths and spooky tales of the web, acting as a medium for inaccessible internet and tech topics by synthesizing them into engaging commentary. This also positions him in an interesting niche, as he doesn't really aestheticize himself as a mystery or hacker type. Instead, he is just a soothing-voiced, humorous opinion giver, which allows him to exist as a unique persona at the intersection of a variety of genres. So, venturing into the world of commentary channels are probably some of the most YouTube culture-esque things to exist. It's a wide and diverse genre with content ranging from guttural reactions to over-intellectualizing video essays. Above all, it is one of the most popular content formats on the platform. As evidence, look at PewDiePie, who in his most recent iteration of Bobby Burns-esque creator updates exists as an internet culture commentary channel. This format is popular because creators can mass produce videos on trending topics, relying mainly on the strength of their persona. Their opinions are either sentiments held in their audience or are conversation sparking, i.e. engagement. In some cases, it's easier to make than a lot of other content. There's less onus on being right about everything you say or having super high quality editing. Not trying to throw shade, as Why It Works could definitely be considered commentary. And there's a lot of spectacular content in the genre. Muta comes in with a wider point I'm trying to make regarding this. Self-awareness is imperative. We have seen what happens when commentary channels venture too far into the realm of thinking their opinions are factual. Egos grow and self-destruction ensues. Muta is incredible at stepping back and looking at situations in an objective yet humorous manner. I believe this is what allows him to maintain such grounded opinions. He is an example of a commentary channel doing the genre justice, by maintaining the fact that it is just a commentary channel. I'd argue this is a key factor of his success. Through sharing authentic, hilarious, and logical opinions, I doubt we will see Muta's fanbase turn on him anytime soon. Overall, these are just a few ideas I had about why Some Ordinary Gamers works. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, feel free to offer feedback or recommendations for content to analyze in the future. Follow our social medias, etc. It is what it is.